Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. Okay, before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And I apologise for the sound of my voice in this one because I have been really quite unwell over the last couple of days. I'm still struggling to get over it, but we'll do what we can. Okay, so we are continuing to build our structure over here for our power wheels. We've got the base all set in. We're now in the process of setting up the levee walls down either side. Then we'll lay in the what they called impermeable floors, and then we'll figure out laying in the actual power structures and the wheels themselves. Yeah. In terms of resources, we're doing okay. 5,000 water in storage. We have dried out around here. We have dried out down here. We are taking from this reservoir. We've got 9 days left of the drought. We should be fine. I mean, there'll be plenty of water in there for that 9 days. It's just a case of whether it'll fill up again afterwards. Judging by previous performance, no it won't. Okay, everything else is going along fine. As I say, we've got plenty of wood. Our lumber problems have sorted themselves out. This extra sort of patch of planting over here has helped, as has this over here. So, yeah. Our log situation is currently okay, but we are going to be using quite a lot of them all the way along here. Yeah, okay, in terms of our industrial area, we have both of our smelters switched on. We have both of our centrifuges switched on. We are within the amount of power we are producing. We've got all of our food factories turned on. We've got one of our explosives factories turned on. Our gear factories are currently turned off. We'll turn one of those on and we'll turn our lumber mill on as well. I've turned the coffee brewery off for the moment because we have quite a lot of coffee. I'll keep an eye on that and I'll switch that back on when it starts dropping a little bit. But yeah, we can do without having that on for the moment. I don't really want to turn on another engine. There's not a lot else I can turn off, unfortunately. I could turn off that. That wouldn't help. No, we'll just be 75 horsepower under. That'll be fine. Yeah, so for the moment, I'm just going to be spinning on. I'm going to be getting this done. We'll move on to the end of the drought, and we'll see how much of this they've managed to get done. I might also lay in a few more of these, and we'll start moving this way as well. There we go, and I'll spin on. There we go. The drought is over. How did we do? Yeah, we did fine. 12,000 food still in storage, 4,500 water still in storage. Yeah, not a problem. So, I've switched off most of these water pumps to give this a chance to fill up. I might switch off these last two as well in the next couple of days. All of this is set up to go. These are pumping because I've just opened these floodgates a little bit in preparation. I've turned off the water dump. Everything along here should be good to go. Yep, we're just waiting for the water to return, which it is doing. This should start pumping. Doesn't appear to want to. Never mind. What else have I done? Oh, over here, I've popped in another tube way station right next to our district centre. Because that means that all of our other tube way stations are only 11 tiles away from the district centre, which means that a lot of those red lines all over our map have now turned slightly greener. So yeah, that, I mean, not round here obviously, because we don't have a station up here. We've got one over here, so see, that's fine. But yeah, that was the plan there anyway. Along here, we're doing pretty well. We've almost, well, we've got one more levee to put on down this stretch, and we've finished this side. We're halfway across here. I've put a bridge across because that's just going to make it easier for us to put in the impermeable flooring, because we'll be able to access both sides easily. Yeah, so that's all going pretty well there. I remembered that we have some explosives over here because we cleared this section down. We missed one here, which I've literally just noticed, so we'll get ourselves some explosives over there. Let's get a path over to it. But we can set this one off, can't we? Yes, yes we can. Okay, that's pretty much where we are. We have trimmed back almost all of the trees around here. We're still pretty much at full storage, so it's not too much of an issue. We're not going to be using as much of that wood once we finish this last section, so we're all good there. We can lay in the next bit. So let's just bring that all the way down to the end, like so. And obviously they can build this from the tubeway itself. But they're not going to be able to reach... Oops. Thank you, autosave. Yeah, they're not going to be able to reach this section here to lay in the impermeable floor. So hopefully that's only going to take a day or two to complete. We've got the resources for it. It's just the time. And because they've got the tubeway, it's pretty easy for them. Okay, I'm going to spin on again, partly because we just want to get this completed as quickly as possible, and partly because I can feel another sneezing fit coming on. Okay, so about halfway through day 2, we finished our levee walls. So, I've started laying in some more of these impermeable floors up here, and I suppose we should just fill the whole thing in and let them get on with it. So let's do that. There we go. All filled in. It takes one metal block. One metal block. We have 345 of them. That should be enough. Okay, our explosives are setting over here, so we can set this little chap off. Hello, little chap. Goodbye, little chap. Okay, and over here we are in the process of filling this reservoir. Yeah. It's slow. I'm going to turn off these additional water pumps, I think. I don't think we need them because we've got all of these pumping vigorously. So we should be okay for water. I mean, we are okay for water, but we should be able to maintain a decent supply of water whilst allowing this reservoir to actually fill up. I mean, end of day 2 and it's not got very far. I'm not hopeful. Okay, I will spin on until they've done this, or until we get the drought or bad tide warning. Okay, we're approaching the end of day 5, and we have completed all of these impermeable floors along here. Yeah, so we are almost ready. We need to lay in the wheels now, which is going to be the complicated bit. And I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. Well, no, I know what the best way to do it is. I'm not sure which way is the best way to start it. Because we want the connecting side over here. If I obviously bring up the power wheel. No, the water wheel. There we are. So we want it that way round. Let me start by getting rid of some of these paths, so that at least we can see what we're doing. So if we stick the first one in, or the last one, I suppose, is going to be in here. I guess there. Yep. Go on then. We'll start there. And then the power is going to be an upward power shaft. And I can't see which way that's facing. That looks like it's facing the right way. It is. It's green. Of course it's facing the right way, John. And then it's going to come out into a downward power shaft going that way. And we'll repeat that all the way along. As I say, we won't be able to reach the wheels themselves from these tubeways. So we're going to have to keep this path along this side at least. Yeah, just this side really. They'll have to come in from this side to build. Yeah, and then we'll move along this way one by one, fitting them all in and connecting them all up. Yeah. Alright, so we're on the end of day 5 and we've nearly gotten rid of all the natural dirt. Or rather covered it up with the rising water, so 2 more tiles to do. We're probably not going to do it. We haven't had the warning yet, so we've got at least 3 days, but I don't think it's going to do it. Shame. Everything else seems to be going okay. We've got quite a few injuries, but then we have most of our industry turned on. I have turned everything on, and I've turned the other engine back on as well. I think we're doing okay. We're making pretty good progress with this set of ruins over here, so we're going to have to think about coming across here to set up a mine on here soon enough. Obviously we want the power done before we do that, so we'd better get moving on that. So I'll spin on and get as much of this done as I can before the start of the drought or bad tide. Okay, it is day 10, the end of day 10. We have a bad tide arriving in the morning. And as you can see, this reservoir is almost entirely full. Not quite full enough to overflow. Not quite. But close enough for me, at least. Yeah, it's got to be literally drops away from overflowing, but it isn't overflowing at the moment. Oh, no, there we go. There we go. Look at that. There, look. It's overflowing. The system works just in time for it to stop filling again. That's good. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Over here, we've got the 3 wheels in down here. And I've started from the middle so we can build from both ends without risking getting any beavers stuck. Thank you, autosave. So we've got 3 in the middle. We've got another one going in either side. We've got all of the power connectors set up, ready to accept the wheels. So yeah, it's just a case of getting these built back from the middle towards the access points so we don't get any trapped beavers. Yeah, that's where we are. That's what's happening. I will spin on till the morning, and I will go around and finagle all of the floodgates and that sort of thing. Okay, 18 days shouldn't be too much of a problem at all. We should be able to handle that without any real difficulty. Obviously, we've got this nice and full. I mean, it's still overflowing for the moment, but that will stop momentarily. We've got all of these turned on, all of these pumps over here turned on, and I mean, I did turn all of these off, but is it really worth it? No, you know what, let's keep these turned on. At least until we've drained this little river section. There we go, we'll turn on a couple of them. I've turned on the water dump there, so that our little mangrove area will remain hydrated. We filled up this little spot here, so now all of the growing space is being used for growing, except for the bit behind the path there. I mean, I might as well, right? Okay, how are we doing over here? You are very nearly built. You are not quite as nearly built. That's okay, let's bring this path back to here then. And once that's finished, we'll put in the next one. right there. There we go. And I'll spin on through the bad tide. Everything's fine over here, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Good. Yeah, I was going to say I'll spin on, but I think we should probably have a quick look at how everything else is doing, because what we don't have currently are mushrooms. So we could build ourselves another stack of hydroponic gardens and start growing mushrooms, couldn't we? Yes, we could. Let's do that. Where are we going to do that? Where is a good place for that? Probably out here. I don't know why. Over here seems just as smart, doesn't it? Right next to these. Let's just build right next to these, John. Stop messing about. Where are we? Hydroponic garden. There we go. And we just need to figure out that. We need a path underneath. And then we can just have that for the path on top. Yep, that works just fine for me. And all of these are going to be making mushrooms. Okay, and we'll want some storage. So we'll get a large warehouse. And we'll stick it there, and that will be for... Where are we? Mushrooms. There we are. I won't bother to set up a food factory for them just yet. It's not worth it. Okay. I'll spin on. Day 20 then. We are about halfway through the bad tide. We've got 9 days left. We're almost done with our power wheels. We've just got 2 more to do. Hit a bit of a shortage of planks because these take 80 of them. So we've burned through our stocks pretty rapidly there. But we are nearly done. We've almost got enough to make the last one as well. Yeah, we're just waiting for logs on that one. So by the time that's done, we'll probably have the 80 planks we need. Yeah. Our hydroponics are in over here. Our storage is in. We haven't actually, you know, harvested any just yet, but we're not far off. In terms of water out of here, we've done alright. We've taken just over a tile in, what, 9 days. So that's not terrible. We might be able to fill that up again before the next drought or bad tide. Yeah, this is nearly empty, our little reservoir down here. This is obviously dried up. That's where we are. That's basically what's happening. I've put in a few other bits and pieces, like some tooth grinders and another scratcher and a brazier over by this swimming pool. But that's about it. Otherwise, I've just mostly been letting it play on, making sure we've got enough power for our industrial district, making sure we've got enough of everything that we are making. It's very simple, really. I've just been letting it play. Okay, so that last wheel there is in. Let's get rid of this last section of path. There we go. And pop in the last of our water wheels. Okay, and once that's done, obviously we can put in impermeable flooring across there. And that will direct all of that bad water through here. Okay, our last water wheel is about to go in. There it is. So that's all done. All the power is connected up, at least along the stretch of the water wheels. So what we can do now is lay in the last 3 impermeable floors across there that will send all that bad water coursing through here. Here we go. That's the first one, second one and third one. Right, so all this should now start to turn. So it has. Let's give it a little while to bed in, and then we'll see how much power this channel is actually producing. In other news, everything's going absolutely fine. Water-wise, we're okay. Food-wise, we're okay. No immediate shortages. We've had some mushrooms come in, so we'll wait until we've built up a little bit of a store of raw mushrooms before we do anything with them. It's not like we actually need the food. It would just be nice to have. In our industrial district, what are we looking at? We got a little bit of power left on there, a couple of hundred. We could turn our coffee brewery back on. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. We've only got 400 coffee left. I think we'll leave it for the moment. What we can actually do is turn our explosives factory off because we are full of explosives. We might be able to shut down one of our engines then. Okay, the bad water has just reached the end. I'll give it until the end of the workday. Well, there we go. That's the end of the workday. We're having a bit of fluctuation. We were up to like 9,000 at one point, but it's dropped back down to about 6.5. We'll see how that goes, but that's not bad. That's a fair amount of power coming out of there. I think it's more than we would need to run all of this, so we'll start to bring the power across now. We'll bring it down like that to start with, and okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to be a little bit smart about this. Yeah. I'm going to put some explosives in there. I'm going to bring the power up in here underneath the ground. And we'll move the path across. And we'll plug it into the back of this building here. This gear workshop. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, so we might as well put a T-junction on the end there so we can bring the power out either way. And we'll put a cross in there so we can bring the power out this way here. And yeah, we should be able to do this, I think. So we'll put in, obviously, some explosives there as well. And then we'll build the power structure up there and in there. Okay. And I'll spin on until that's done. There we go. The power is connected up. So we now have nearly 8,000 on here. So we can absolutely shut down pretty much all of these engines, I think. Certainly overnight, anyway. So yeah, that's now powering all of our industry in theory. We'll double check that when they're back at work. So the next job will be bringing it out here and setting up a second sort of industrial area in this space over here. We'll probably want to start with food factories, honestly. We can get a food factory set up to make mushroom. Do we need... Hang on, is it a food factory we want? Let me just check. It's not. It's a fermenter, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So... I mean, I could move all of this, couldn't I? That wouldn't be a terrible idea. We'll think about that anyway. But yeah, we do want to bring that over here. And we are going to want to look at gravity batteries as well. Now, they're about 400 to unlock, I think. Yeah. And we have 22,000. So we're good on that score. Trying to think of the best kind of place to put them. And I mean, stretching them along here. Maybe on a platform a couple higher than that. Maybe sort of 2 or 3 up from here. And we can bring the path up there and build off of that and bring it all the way along here. Let's have a look. Where would it be? It would come along this line here. And then we connect it up to all the industry and the power down this end. That's again quite an intensive project. We won't worry about it just for the moment, I don't think. What I'll do is I'll get to the end of the bad tide. I'll have a think about what we're going to do in terms of battery storage. And then we'll come back and put something into place. There we go. The bad tide is over. The water returns. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. Excellent stuff. Again, we've taken a little bit out of here. Close to 3 tiles out of this reservoir. Hopefully we'll be able to fill it up again. Who knows? Everything else is going okay. I'll wait until that's cleared a little bit before I switch that over. But I will switch all of our water pumps back on. There we go. And in fact, I will switch off all of our pumps in here to allow this reservoir to fill up. There we go. Right, over here I have started, as you can see, laying in the replacement for our beaver-powered industrial area. Where is it? Over here. So we've got 4 fermenters. We've got 2 on cassavas, 1 on soybeans, and 1 on mushrooms. We have currently, where are we? 209 mushrooms in stock, so they'll at least be able to get started. Okay, that's that. And that means we're using 1,700 of the 6,000 horsepower we've got. I'm okay with that. Alright, let's have a look then, because we really should be looking to increase some stuff. I don't know that we need a number cruncher yet, but we probably will do, so... Yeah, it doesn't actually need to be connected to a road, so I can stick that in anywhere. And I think I'll stick it in just there. There we go. So that will help. We're also going to want bot parts. And a bot assembler. And charging stations. And a grease factory. So yeah, unlocking one of these is pretty much unlocking all of these, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's start with a bot part factory at least. There we go. And we'll bring the path around. Oh, yeah, like so. And then we'll need to put some storage. We've got gears, we've got planks, we've got metal blocks, we've got logs. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, so we'll need to actually put some storage in for the resultant bits and pieces, won't we? There we go. And I'll figure out a staircase that will work with that. There we go. Simple and classic. So we're storing chassis at the bottom, then heads, then limbs. That's all we need to worry about for the moment. We'll let all this get built. How are we doing with the water over here? Oh yeah, we should probably swap this around, shouldn't we? That'd help. Dear oh dear, come on John, pay attention. There we go. They'll be able to start pumping. This will then switch over. I will turn this fluid dump off and I will drop those down to 0.8. You are already at 0.6, that's probably okay. You are 1.8, that should be fine. Alright. Yes, that's all going okay. What have we got over here that isn't turned on? Just our explosives factories. We'll need to turn the gear workshop back on because we're using gears. All of this I can close down because we don't need it anymore. So we can shut all that off. There we go. And once everything's been removed from it, we can destroy all that and give ourselves a little bit of space. Don't know what we're going to use it for. Maybe farming. Who knows? Okay. I'll spin on, give them a chance to get this industrial area built up, and then I'll be back. Right then, there's the next drought, and it's only going to be 16 days. This should be no hassle at all. We do have a bunch of hungry and thirsty beavers because I worked them late over the last couple of days. That's all that is. They'll be fine. Everything's going well. Over in our new industrial district, we have everything set up. We have our first bot part factory in there producing chassis for us. We have 9. It's a start. Obviously we want to add 2 more of these eventually, because we'll want limbs and heads being produced as well. In terms of food, yep, absolutely fine. Water, absolutely fine. Power, absolutely fine. So yeah, we're doing all right here. We might want another bad water pump, you know. Well, we've got space for it if we do. We'll keep an eye on it for now. We do have both of our centrifuges and both of our explosives factories going at the moment, because we are laying in 1 or 2 explosives elsewhere on the map. I think we're going to end it just about there for this episode. I think we've certainly made some progress this episode. We've got our channel finished. We've got power coming out of it. We've connected it up at both ends. I have removed this little industrial area here. So we've got a bit more space here that we can use for planting if we need it. Which at the moment we don't really. So it's all good. I've left these pumps on to drain this section. Once that's drained, I will turn these on. We did again fill this and allow it to overflow, so that's good. It seems to have balanced itself, and a 16-day drought isn't going to really affect our water supplies all that much. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay, so everything over here is, as I say, set up and running well. We do want another bot part factory, and I think... where are we? Yeah, I think we'll pop one in there, and we'll bring the path across like that and around the edge like that. And if we want to bring it across, we can use the upper section of this to connect the power across, the same way we did with wherever it is, the food factories here. Yeah. Obviously we could use dynamite, but we're using quite a lot of it over here, as you can probably see. I've lost myself now. There we are. Yeah, we could use dynamite and drop it down underneath this path, but it's fine. I quite like the way it looks connecting it up over the path with the exposed power connectors. Okay, you are going to be making... What are you going to be making? You're going to be making limbs for us, I think. How are we doing for everything else? Planks, okay. Gears, alright. Metal blocks, we're fine. Yeah, I think we're alright there. Just want to check on... Yeah, we've torn through that ruin, haven't we? Okay, we're definitely going to need to come out here and start thinking about exploiting this set of underground ruins over here. But we'll probably want bots for that, because I imagine that will damage our injury rate a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's basically where we are then. As I say, we do have a few explosives down here to set off. So let's start with these ones around the edge. There we go. That's opened up a little bit of space for us. We'll be able to get in and lay these explosives on this last section here now. We'll just do the same over here, and I've already seen that I've missed at least one tile. Just tucked in there, look. How annoying. Oh well. But as I say, we will leave it there for this episode, so thank you very much for watching. Please do give us a like and a subscribe if you've enjoyed it and you want to see more. Please do give us any comments down below, and please join us next time. Until then, I've been John, this has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.